As y'all can all see, the sun has beat me here this morning, okay? It has beat me here. It has literally like greeted me. Like as soon as I was walking up to this water this morning, I was like, oh my gosh, Father, you have came before me. He is just so good. Okay. He puts joy on your heart. Like, I don't care what you're going through right now. Craziness this morning. Father, please, the distractions, Father. The distractions. So anyway, today is January 5th, 2022, and it is 8:02 a.m. And as I have mentioned to y'all before, the Father has me doing this timestamp. So why, I don't know, but I'm just being obedient. So when I come on and do these lives, I just do this quick timestamp, right? What is it gonna hurt to just be obedient? Just be obedient in everything you do in this season, this year 2022. Just be obedient, right? So coming on here this morning, like, I don't have a title. He didn't even give me exact word. Like, he didn't pinpoint anything in specific, like, I want you to talk about this, I want you to talk about that. But I knew that I had to come on this morning, okay? So although I don't know what the word is going to be, and I'm just trusting, right, that he ain't gonna leave me hanging. So as I begin to speak, that he'll just speak through me. And sometimes he does that, like he just goes with the flow. Rise and shine 99, rise and shine. So I'm just and see, that's why I love live, because it's like I get to interact, I get to be here in the now with y'all. Like, I just love it. Okay, so if you're watching this video at a later date, okay, and you find it months from now, don't think I'm going crazy. Like, I'm live and there's people chiming in and they saying hi, and so I'm taking the time to greet them. So just bear with me through the moment, okay? So anyway, he didn't really give me like a precise word of what I was gonna say. So I'm just like, okay, Father. Okay. All right, sis. I got you. So we gonna pray. We gonna stand, because two is greater than one, right? Two is greater than one. So we is gonna stand on that. Because it's been going on too long. Like, that this problem you've been having, it's been going on too long. Like, we got to intervene, we got to intercede. Like, it's a stop has to come today, okay, in the name of the Father and by his mighty hand, okay. So anyway, so I'm going with the flow this morning, okay? So one thing that is coming to my mind is that when I woke up this morning, right? And this happens to me often, okay? If I don't wake up with like a song, I wake up with like a word on my mind. So this morning when I woke up, I woke up with the word manifest. So as I woke up and I just hear manifest. So I'm start thinking of like manifest. What is that, right? What does that mean for me? Not what is it, but what does it mean for me? What does it mean for us, right? And so I just took that word in prayer this morning. Ooh, my throat want to start acting crazy now. So I took that word to prayer this morning, and I was praying about, okay, Father, what is it that you're trying to say through this word, right? So in the moment that I was praying, he reminded me of some promises that he's given me that I'm currently standing on, that I'm waiting for, and I'm just waiting, okay? I'm in my waiting season, all right? And it's important to know the season that you're in, because that is how you identify with things that you're going through, okay? So different things that you're going through begins to make sense when you're aware of the season that you're in, right? That's just like when you go to the grocery store and you're going shopping. It makes no sense if you go into the grocery store and you have no clue as to what you go in there to shop for, right? It begins to make sense when you know, okay, I need cheese, I need bread, I need milk, I need juice, I need this, I need that, Like, it makes sense when you have an idea of why you're there. Like, you don't just show up at the grocery store and say, okay, I'm here. Ta-da, I'm here. Like, that don't make no sense. Like, okay, what are you doing? Like, what are you buying? What's your purpose for being at this grocery store, right? It's the same thing in this moment, in this season of your life. You have to identify with the season that you are in. So for me, I am currently in my waiting season, right? Now, in your waiting season, it doesn't mean that you just literally gonna sit there and you're gonna be like, a statue, okay? It means that the Father in that time is going to be depositing things into your spirit. He's going to be leading you. He's going to be guiding you. He's going to be directing you. He's going to be bringing different things into your mind of what it is that he wants you to do. Okay, so it's not just, okay, have a seat and I'll be right back. No, he's going to say, have a seat. Oh, and by the way, in the meantime, while you're having a seat, I want you to do X, Y, and Z, right? And he'll put things in your mind to do, or he'll send a word by way of somebody else, or you'll just you'll know his direction, especially when you're spending time in him. Like if you're not really, in tune to his voice, it's a little bit more difficult to understand how he's leading you. It's a little bit more difficult to understand what it is that he's trying to get you to do. So that's why it's super important to just be in prayer, right? It's super important to just be in his face, in his presence, reading his word, because through his word, through prayer, and all of that good stuff, you're going to know his direction. You're going to know exactly what it is that he's leading you to do. So right now he has me in my season of waiting, right? So in this season of waiting, he has called me to do certain things. So I fasted, totally, okay? And I mean totally separated myself from everybody for the most part. Like my friends, I still conversate, with my friends on the phone here and there. But for the most part, I'm alone, right? And even though I'm a mother and I have kids and, right now I'm at my mom's house, it's like even in a moment when you're surrounded by your family, your kids, because you just, you can't, there's no getting away from your kids, right? Even when you're in a moment and you're surrounded, he will still separate you, okay? So whether it be, your kids could be running around screaming, he'll say, put some headphones in and listen to this word, right? Or, you could still be in the midst of, taking care of your kids, and he might say, okay, I want you to separate and go into your room and read these verses, okay? Or I might need you to separate, get your kids settled and separate yourself and go and pray, right? So even in the midst of sometimes, because you just can't get away from sometimes your family and your kids. Like friends is a different story. You could kind of catch up with you in a minute, friend. Catch up with you in a minute. But when it comes to your kids, there's no catching up with you in a minute, right? It's none of that. So even in the midst of you being a parent, or you still tending to the responsibilities that he's given you in life, he still will separate you in his own way. So it don't mean like he's just gonna take you and put you, somewhere for X amount of days, right? For 20 days by yourself, secluded. No. I mean, for some people he might, depends on your circumstance. But for when you have responsibilities, it don't work that way, okay? So he'll separate you in the moment, right? He'll separate you in the moment. I'm going to say that one more time. He will separate you in the moment, okay? So for me, he had me listening, and he still has me listening a lot to YouTube. And when I tell you, these different YouTubers that he has connected me with, that has been feeding my spirit, like it's been times when I was falling. I was falling in this promise. I was sliding. It was like the mud, right? I was slipping and sliding in this promise. I was like, whoa, Father, wait a minute. Like, I don't know if I could stand on this thing, right? And it's like in that moment of me slipping and sliding, he was bringing constantly, just pouring. He still does it, pouring videos into my spirit, feeding me, just feeding me. And it's them videos that kept me grounded, y'all. It's them videos, these YouTube videos that has kept me grounded, that has restored my faith at time when I was like, listen, I'm done. I'm throwing in the towel. I ain't believing this no more. This is crazy. I'm out here in these streets looking crazy, looking foolish. Ain't nothing happening. Yeah, and still I'm believing something's happening. Like you start to think like I'm just going crazy, right? Even my friend said to me one time, she was like, you know what, Melody, I'm thinking I'm going to have to commit you. I'm just going to have to commit my friend, right? Because it's like you're in that moment and you just like, it's like and I mentioned this in one of my other videos. It's like when you close your eyes, you see his promises, right? And that's the thing that you need to be striving for. That's the thing that you need to be hoping for, waiting for, praying for, believing for, is when you close your eyes and what you see. When you open your eyes, forget it. Okay? Forget it. It's just nothing matches what's going on when you close your eyes, right? And I said that in my previous video. So, and it's like everything that is happening around me is contradictory to what I see when I close my eyes. And in that, the Father has taught me to just keep your eyes closed, right? Keep your eyes closed. And what's so amazing is that in this moment when he was teaching me this lesson, my mom, she has like this big picture hanging on her wall. And the picture is of like a cliff, right? So it's a cliff, it's a painting. So it's a cliff, and then you have a woman who is, I think she's dressed in a white garment, and she's blindfolded, right? And so she's blindfolded, and she's going to step off of this cliff blindfolded, so she can't see anything. But yet and still, she's going to take that leap of faith and taking that step to step off the cliff, even though she can't see. And then as she's going to step off the cliff, it's like like a clear hand in the picture. And like it's like a clear, big, gigantic hand, and it's just waiting to catch her. Right? And that's the Father. Like, that is what he is doing for me, and I believe for other people who may tune in, or from some of my subscribers, that he is causing you to have blind faith in this moment. Okay? And it's like in that moment when you're blindfolded and you can't see what the heck is going on, but you know that he's nudging you, take this step, take this step, take this step, press forward, keep on, keep believing, keep trusting, keep having faith, right? And that moment of you having that blind faith, he is right there ready to catch you, receive you, and guide you into your promise, guide you into your purpose, right? Guide you into your blessing. So that was like one of the biggest challenges that he has been bringing me through in this season of my life, is just this blind faith, because it's scary, right? Because it's scary because, A, you don't know where you're going, although you see where you're going when you close your eyes. But in the natural, you don't know where you're going, right? B, you just like, am I going crazy? Am I really hearing this? Am I really seeing this? Did you really say that, Father? Did you really give me that confirmation? Am I just making this up in my own mind? Right? And then you have C, where everybody around you just like, she's crazy. She is bat crazy. She is crazy, crazy, crazy. This girl is crazy. This man is crazy. What are they talking about? They are crazy. Right? And so it's a lot to have to not only deal with what you're going through internally, right? But to also deal with what people are saying, or what they may be, of how they might be responding to your situation. So that's why it's also important to keep your promises to yourself. Like, he'll tell you when it is that you should speak, right? And who it is that you should speak to, because you can't just run around telling everybody what he's told you, because, like I said, not everybody is going to believe. And he'll show you who it is that he wants you to share your promises with, because guess what? There are some people who will listen to whatever it is that you're saying in regards to your promise and what it is, the vision that the Father has given to you. They'll listen to you, and they'll encourage you, and they'll motivate you, or they'll just be a listening ear, right? And that will be that, right? And then when you're done, they might get off the phone with you or get out of your presence and be like, Father, this girl's crazy. What is going on? But they won't say that to you, right? They won't project how they feel about what you've told them onto you, right? So they're not going to throw their projection in the midst of your blessing to mess up what it is that the Father has, right? So it's like he'll send you to people like that. Like the people, now there's other people where you can go to them, you could be like, oh, the Father told me this, the Father's leading me to do this. And they'll be like, what? Girl, you crazy. That ain't happening. You need to stick with that job. You need to stay where you at. You need to take care of them kids. You need to work things out with your baby father. You need to stay with your husband. So what if he cheated 5 times? It's going to work out. You know what I mean? So it's like you got them type of people where he's like, no daughter, no son, no sir, no ma'am, okay? No ham, no turkey, no bacon, okay? Do not share what he has placed inside of you with people like that. don't do it. Do not do it. I don't care if you need to go and you need to have a conversation with the wall, okay, to tell the wall about the promises and the good things he's given to you. It's better for you to have a conversation with the wall than for you to speak what the Father has given to you into a person like that, okay? Because a person like that is very dangerous, because they have the power to destroy what their words have the power to destroy what it is that the Father is building up, right? And ultimately it's not going to destroy his words, because when he sends his word out, it will not return to him void. But their words will have the power to delay, and it does have the power to cause things, like further obstacles to fall into your path that may not have fallen into your path if you wouldn't have told that person that thing, right? So keep your promises to yourself unless he's leading you, and you'll know, because you'll just, you could be in conversation about the grass is green, and it might fall into, the conversation may then lead into how the Father is doing this miraculous thing in your life, right? And it's not something that you thought to do. It just naturally happened. It flowed. It just came out, right? With ease, without thought. It just flowed out. And it's in that moment, especially when you pray for the Father to keep a watchful watch over your mouth, right? It's in that moment that you know, okay, I was supposed to tell this person this. I was supposed to share this with this person. I was supposed to tell this story to this person. And also, when he leads you to do that, to share your story of your own testimony of what you're going through, you never know how it's building faith in the life of someone else that you're telling it to, right? Because they could be going through their own season, right? It might be their season of drought, right? Like you might be in the same season with that person even. And they just might not have the same belief that you do. Like they may really be like struggling in that moment, like really just down and out in their mind, like on the verge of just like checking out of this life, right? And then it's in the moment that they see you and you in the same exact position as them. And here you are just full of joy, speaking of your promises and what the Father is telling you. And they look at you like, wow, like she hasn't made it yet. She's struggling just like me, right? We going through the same exact things. But yet and still, it's different about her because she has joy. It's something different about her because she's standing on his promise. She's standing on his truth. He's speaking to her and she's going with that, right? She's not getting caught up and sucked up into this moment of whatever it is that we're going through. So they will look at you, and by you telling your story to them, it's activating their faith. It's building them up, their confidence, right? It's helping to mature them in the spirit. And you might not even realize it. You might not even realize what is happening. So that's why it's so important to be obedient, right? It's so important to be obedient because in your obedience, you don't know what the Father is doing in that obedience, right? And also in your obedience comes your blessing. Right? So, for example, should I say this, Father? It's coming into my mind, so maybe I should. Okay. Something just came into my mind, so I was just really just questioning if I should speak this thing or not. Okay. All right. So, for example, okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and say it because it came into my mind for a reason. So it's the Father's leading. But so he called me to write a book, right? And now this isn't it's not like he just yesterday called me to write a book. This is something he told me to do in 2010. In 2010, he told me to write a book, and I started, right? I went out, I bought a whole computer, and I started writing my book. But I stopped. I started it, and then I didn't finish it, right? So just recently, 2 days ago, he brung back to my remembrance by way of different words that I was receiving, and it's just, that's a whole testimony in itself, and I'm going to tell that one day, but that is not today. So anyway, he's prompted me to write, to get back to this book and to finish this book that I started, right? So in the midst of him telling me to write this book, he spoke to me and he said that, and being obedient, right? Because I don't know why he's telling me to write this book. I'm just like, okay, Father, you leading me, I'm going to write. I'm just going to write this book. But he spoke to me and he said that when you are obedient and you not only write this book, but you finish this book, right? So you got to finish, you got to finish what you start. Okay? So he said, when you write this book and when you finish this book, that's when your blessing is going to come. Right? And I'm like, okay, Father, like, I don't know what blessing that is. It could be a financial blessing. It could be, it could be, just the recognition that will come from the book. Like, I don't know what direction, it's what's going to come from this book. All I know is that he told me to write it. And so I've been obedient. And which is what's another amazing thing is that when he spoke this word and he told me to write this book, now, y'all, rewind back into 2 seconds ago, I just told y'all I brought a whole computer in 2010, right, to write this book. So I brought this computer in 2010. I started my book. Now, this computer, like I said, this is 2022, y'all. I brought this computer in 2010, okay, in 2010. And y'all know 10's my number also. So that's amazing in itself, too. But he spoke to me in 2010, said, write this book. I brought a computer in 2010. Y'all, when I got to my mother's house, he reminded me of this book 2 days ago. And then he also prompted me to go get my journals, right? Because I had journals at my mom's house stored up. Yeah, when I went to go get my journals and pull them out and be obedient to what he told me to do, guess what was there in the midst of these journals? And I forgot all about it. My computer that I purchased in 2010 that I started my book on, y'all. I was just blown away. I was like, no way. And when I tell you this thing, it's in good condition, though. It's in perfectly good condition. It was in its case. It had the charger and everything. Everything. It was amazing to me. I was just like, wow, are you kidding me? Right? So it's a little outdated because it doesn't have Wi-Fi internet connection, right? So I have to like put the cord in it in order for it to like connect to the internet. So when I do finish my book, because I got Microsoft Word already set up so I could write. So when I do finish my book, I'm gonna have to like connect it the old-fashioned way in order to get my work sent to wherever it needs to be sent to. But the Father's gonna again give me that in that moment when it's time, right? One step at a time. Don't go ahead. Don't be too slow. Just stay with the Father. So I was just like blown away. I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? To find that computer, I was just like, I forgot all about the computer and everything. So it was just further confirmation that, daughter, yes, I spoke to you. I told you to write this book. Yes, I spoke to you and I told you that when this book is done, you're going to be blessed. And here's your computer. So you know that I'm not just speaking, but that you know that this is a fact and this is what I'm leading you to do. Right? So when he leads you to do something, not only is he going to tell you to do it, but he's going to give you confirmation. He's going to send his confirmation to you in one way or another, one form or another. He's not just going to speak and just walk away and say, figure it out. He's going to give you confirmation, especially if you pray for it. Right? And I did. I prayed because I was just like, okay, Father, I started this book 2010 and, it's sat. It sat. And now life happened. And now it's 2022. And you're bringing this book back again. But I need confirmation if this is the moment that you want me to finish it. Okay? So, like, what are we doing here? Am I just continuing with the book? Or am I actually going to write the book and finish it? I mean, am I just writing the book or am I going to finish the book this time? Right? And it's just confirmation, right? What's the moment? Give me confirmation if you want me to finish this book. And boom, there was my computer. There was my computer. So he will give confirmation when confirmation is necessary. He will. Trying to think if there's anything else that he wants me to say. Because this is kind of like a random talk today. I don't even know what the title is going to be. I have to wait for me to end this live to put a title to it. Look at my sister locks, y'all. Look at these gorgeous sister locks. These things just growing. They is growing. I remember when I first started my sister locks, I looked like a bald-headed chicken. I did not like them. I was just like, what is this? But they're growing, and they're just beginning to be so beautiful. So beautiful. Just like when the Father starts you off in life, right? In this faith walk. And you just rusty, right? You just like a little baby that's trying to take steps. And then before you know it, you all grown up and you beautiful in the spirit, right? You flowing in your gifts, you walking, you believing, you trusting. Like he just puts you right where he wants you to be. He just raises you and grows you up when you stand beside him. And when he goes before you, okay? Because there's moments where you stand beside him. There's moments where you going before him. And it's amazing. It's amazing. So I think that's it, y'all. I don't feel like I have anything else to say. I'm trying to make sure. I think that's it. But I hope you guys have an amazing. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Okay, thank you, Father. Today is January 5th. Yay! Okay. And today is going to mark day 1 of the submissions for the Wine Basket giveaway. All right. For reaching 140 subscribers, which we did way back when. But we is doing a giveaway this month in January 10th, okay, on the 10th of the month at 10 a.m. is going to be the Wine Basket giveaway. So I need everyone to go ahead and submit whatever you want me to say. It could be a name, it could be something you believe in for, a promise, whatever. Just send me something that is going to connect to you. Right, so it don't necessarily got to be your name. You could put love. You could put, I want a new car. You could put, I'm trying to have a baby. Like, you could just think outside of the box, right? So don't just send me submissions and send your name, right? Maybe you could send a promise that you believe in for, something that you standing on. I don't know, whatever. Get with the Father and pray about it. But send me your submissions, or your email address, whatever you want to go by, okay? Because I'm going to get this big old pot together, and I'm going to put every name or every identifying word or whatever it is that you're going to be sending to me. I'm going to put it in a pot. I'm going to shake it up like I did the last giveaway, and I'm going to announce a winner for the Wine Basket giveaway, okay? And then I will be mailing it. So when I announce the winner, then whatever email it is that you sent me your submission to, I'll just email you back. So make sure it's a valid working email, because I'll email you back so that I can get your address so that I can mail the Wine Basket to you. So I'm super excited about this giveaway, okay? And the submissions are going to be going to, y'all ready? The submissions for this Wine Basket giveaway, we have a new email address, yay. So it's going to be going to Life with Purpose 2022 at yahoo.com. That should be super easy to remember, because Life with Purpose is us, okay? That's who we are. And it's the year 2022, the glorious, wonderful, miraculous year, okay, of prosperity, increase, okay, and all that good stuff. So you are going to be sending your submissions to Life with Purpose 2022 at yahoo.com starting today. And submissions will end on January 9th at, let me see. Did I do it all day, January 9th? 10 p.m. I'm going to say 10 p.m. So January 9th, 10 p.m. submissions are ending. I'm not taking no more after that time. So make sure you get your submissions in, y'all. And as always, blessings to whoever it is that's going to win this challenge, right? And the next giveaway is going to happen when we reach 210 subscribers. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay, because we've been trotting right along, we've been progressing, we've been growing. Another what's the word? Announcement. I keep forgetting that word. Another announcement that I wanted to make is that the Father spoke to me. He said, you know what? I don't want you to identify with your subscribers as family, even though we are, right? Don't get me wrong. Like we tied in this thing together, y'all, right? We fighting these battles together, y'all, on this channel. But he said, I want you to identify with your subscribers as the tribe. Okay, so that is, I made a correction in one of my other videos, and y'all probably was like, the tribe, or welcome to the tribe. What are you talking about? It's the family. No. Okay, so it has changed, as the head of our channel pours into my spirit and gives me direction and instruction. I am going to channel it in through by way of this channel. Okay, so as he gives to me, I'm going to give to y'all. So he is telling me that we will be known as the tribe. Okay, so if you hear me greeting new subscribers or just referencing us, I'm gonna say, the tribe, you know who I'm talking about. You ain't like, who is she? Tribe, what is she talking about? Okay, so we are the tribe. Okay, and yeah, so make sure y'all get y'all submissions in, y'all, today, starting right now, right this moment. Send them to lifewithpurpose2022@yahoo.com. And it's going to be ending January 9th at 10 p.m. I will put all this information in the description so you're not lost, or you know the correct spelling, and you're not sending to the wrong email address. But it is written in plain sight for everyone to see. So I hope you have an amazing, amazing day. I think that's it. Is that it, Father? That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Have a great, fantastic, amazing, prosperous, abundant, joy-filled day. Until next video.